We were hearing the tumultuous rain that was pounding on the roof of the hockey rink in Abbotsford. Drove home that night, woke up the next morning, traveled our way back here along North Parallel Road. We got as far as Atkinson Road, and that's when we witnessed all of the water. We weren't sure exactly the extent of the water that flooded the whole lake area. All we knew at that point in time is that we couldn't make it to work.
In the last number of years, what we've seen is a significant increase in severity and frequency of emergency events, natural hazard events that are largely driven by climate change. And so because of this increase in severity and frequency of hazards, it's of critical importance that people remain informed and well informed of the hazards that could impact their lives, their properties, and their communities.
We were displaced at that point in time, and we didn't have access to any of our emergency plans remotely. All of the information was tied up in our computer systems that didn't allow us from a distance to actually know what our emergency plan was. So it was very challenging working remotely to try and see how we could help the community stay safe under the situation that we were witnessing. Days started turning into weeks, weeks turned into 6 weeks. We were probably displaced for almost 2 months without access to our office here at Semá. We like to think that our band offices are set up to help nation members. It's also there to help business operators understand the direction that we're trying to take when these certain events hit us. So that communication line needs to be open and wide so that they can see and hear all of what our operations are doing under certain circumstances so that they could either benefit or help us in what we need.
So there's a number of ways that people can stay informed. The BC Emergency Alert System is one way, and local governments and First Nation communities can directly request from the province for alerts to be issued. A broadcast intrusive alert that would interrupt TV and radio or a cellular phone. And so that, as of spring 2022, was expanded to include a whole range of hazards, including wildfire, floods, extreme heat, as well as tsunami.
Even though you're not near water, even though you're not close to a mountain where there might be a slide or a fire, I think this is information that needs to be top of mind for entrepreneurs, again, to be proactive, to understand that they need to have things in place so that they're not running into a critical situation when and if and should something happen, that they're already prepared, ready to go, and that we had the opportunity to prepare them for that in advance.
So you can see through the developments that are happening here at Semá that we're raising the level of our land so that we can develop it. We have to get outside the floodplain to be able to function and operate properly. So those are things that we're trying to address, is that when it hits us again, we're ready. The plans that to keep a business operating is something that needs to be fluid. It's something that needs to be assessed and reviewed on a regular basis so that it addresses the issues at hand. But I think what we find in a lot of our communities is the ability to communicate with one another to make sure that we're all on the same page about making tala, right? I think that's a big part, is that we just talk to each other to make sure that our businesses keep operating as best we can.
That's what this is all about, is being collaborative, being informed, and looking to each other to support each other and grow from here.
We heard so many stories even before the event that our elders always said, when the lake returns.